Hey, it's me, T1G, and today we are playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Um, and I'm actually recording in the middle of the day, so I have energy, so it's not gonna be like silent and I gotta focus on playing the game or not. Also, this is a visual novel, I'm pretty sure, so all I do is read. Um, so I'm gonna turn up the music. This game is good music. Um, so yeah, new game. Here we go. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention you might draw herself. That girl's Sayuri, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making a day, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like these. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayuri catch up with me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, T1G. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. So I guess you don't have any to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayuri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled, with other students making their daily commute. By the way, T1G, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I've been looking either. Also, I put in T1G because, you're not supposed to have numbers. I should have recorded then, but it's whatever. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayuri likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content getting by on the average, well, spending my free time on games and anime. Yes, main character. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. That's a little mean, but I get it. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you just promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. School day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayuri wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayuri? Sayuri must have come into classroom while I was spacing out. I look around as I'm the only one left in my classroom. I thought I'd gotta catch you outside of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you would come to my club. Sayuri? Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Sayuri is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it'd be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show her interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title as vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please? Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori really is that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned all of this out. Both. Ugh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! Doing cringe voices. I don't care. Nobody's watched my videos anyways. Imagine, this is the one video that, like, does well. I don't care. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. You mean both main character. I mean, technically, I guess we're the same person, but don't worry about it. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visited, being generally used to for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. You're pretty. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, T1G, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escaping the situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. I like the purple hair one. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes at current Sayori. Can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turned back toward the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yuri, you're pretty. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, T1G. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, T1G. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me and Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Yes, Yuri. The girls have few desks arranged to fill a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there's one space next to Monica and one next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs her rep tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts a foil, tray revealed a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Ooh. Yummy cupcakes. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sarah grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious! Delicious! Sarah talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get ice in her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Real. The angle of bite is so important. Because you get, like, it's got, like, what, chocolate or cookie for the ears? You gotta get that flavor in there, buddy. If you just, you know, and I'm somebody who's very particular with cupcakes. You know, too much frosting, not enough, all this stuff. It's good. Angles are important. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. Tasting sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Why are you thinking me? It's not like... haven't I heard this somewhere before? I made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for, you, dummy. We got, what is it? Tsundere? Okay. Given Nessie's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Hiro returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole set of tea in this? Yeah, you keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? True. I like you, Yuri. I like your energy. You're cute. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Cute. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? About that. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica. I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy to meet you. That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of a debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. I understand that. That's good. That's nice. I respect it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. How many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new? Yup. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. I get that. Yes. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Well, what is that? Natsuki? You're a goblin. Those are for girls, all just in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, T1G, what kind of things do you like to read? Manga? I swear. Well, consider how little over this past week, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Oh my god, I love this game. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Oh, that was perfect. Okay. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, I can change. Oh my god, that was perfect. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally expressive. So you probably like you probably like the Game of Thrones and like good world building. I respect that. You know, that is adequate, that is respectful. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Girl, you are so adorable. You are info dumping about your hyperfixation. Mwah, chef's kiss. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Yes! Yes, we like people who like horror. I read a horror book once. Just to grasp something I can write to the minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. That's fine. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is very often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Exactly. Surreal horror. Epic.
I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki eyes dart over for me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were writing a poem called
Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back.
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything about you is just as cute as you are.
Sorry, saddle. I don't know how to pronounce the words. Settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. As a fellow person that writes poems, yeah. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not very calm for a writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself.
Exactly. I like you, Yuri. I like you.
You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Oh, I really wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club.
Yeah. Isn't that right, T1G? Monika smiles warmly at me once again.
Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original talk of me joining the club, I've bluntly come forward and it's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry you may have convinced me to stop by, but I've never made any decision. I still have the clubs to look at, and, lost my train of thought. Alfred goes to me with dejected eyes. Yuri.
But, I'm sorry, I thought...
T1G, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
There wraps around me, jumping up and down.
Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for cupcakes, I would have been super pissed.
Then that makes it official.
Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment, write a poem to bring the next meeting, so we can all share. Monica looks over me once more. T1G, I look forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? It's alright, just put the words down. You can always revise stuff. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, T1G, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school clubs. Sure, might as well. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Yuri. I like you, you're cute. My weakness is purple characters. Purple females in anime and media and stuff. Always have my heart. Perhaps I'll have the class. Oh, I think I skipped. Okay, perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. I think this might be a dating sim. Is this a dating sim? I know like people have said it gets like spooky. But if there's an option, I will full on go Yuri. Yeah. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen. Whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, let me take a slurp of my Slurpee. Okay. Poem time. Strawberry Crimson, cute, tenacious. I think. Okay, you like horror. Pain. Tragedy. No. Oh, you like. Yeah, you like thinking ones. Okay. Despise. Peace. Cage. Yup. Okay. Raindrops. Raindrops. Yup. Graveyard. Sunset. Marshmallow. Happiness. Swimsuit. Graveyard. Ah. Okay. I see Vitelli. Fireflies. Misery. Waterfall. Question. Yup. Melody. Sugar. Dance. Vibrant. Disarray. Yes. Entropy. Shiny. Love. Universe. Judgment. Hair. Unrequited. Heartbeat. Ambient. Pout. Passion. Some. Skipping. Lost. Heartbeat. Oh, I accidentally clicked one. Oops. Precious. Hope. Lucky. Climate. Wait, why isn't Monica here? Like, I'm going for Yuri, but I feel like Nightgown, Disown, Warm, Flying, Summer, Hop, Climax, Lucky. Climax. Valentine, Lollipop, Dark. Heaven Sent, Tears, Scars. Desire. Breathe. Eternity. That's a little concerning. That's very concerning. That's an option. Destiny. Okay. Hi again, T1G. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was last to come in, so everyone else was hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, T1G. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it?
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sari told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year.
I didn't.
And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what.
Yeah, I think the main character's a little weird, but it's alright.
If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you shouldn't have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection.
Yeesh! The freaking beef.
Natsuki found yourself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature.
It's called hentai and it's art. Okay, nah, it's real.
Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. T1G always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Yes!
Sorry, that's because your room is messy. It's just... And you almost set your house on fire once, too. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and T1G can become good friends, too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori... me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sorry I made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation.
Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright, well, here.
Yuri reaches in her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I don't know, but gosh darn, adorable. Adorbell. She even picked out books she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sari and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. Buried? I can't but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of a book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks in the glance at me and eyes me for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter at this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
No one happens to buy... Okay. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to not let it go. To decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear.
Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
Well,
Here goes the book, scans her eyes for the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. If it is a real book, it probably might have something to do with the game. There's an almost looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright.
I just want to make sure I didn't actually give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school, who moves with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets tired by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, T1G? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective, when horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Yuri, you're so adorable. I like you. Adorable. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and ratings fill my thought. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Reading like psychological stuff is your hyperfixation. I love when people info dump about hyperfixations. So, I'm sorry if I'm saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. No, nah. I just keep talking. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about exactly. At least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the next series. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem to be a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. You're adorable! That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. As soon as I understand what it means about reading in company, I feel like a presence over my shoulders I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe just a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. Glance over, looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize. You apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I set my desk until the book up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each learn a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn pages. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book open between her thumb and finger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips aside. But in holding it like this, we're holding even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracted me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? What? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a little distracted for a second. I glance at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind if being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Do you think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all the things that she says and does. I feel like Yuri might be a little, tism-coded. I feel like there's some things there. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see through your head or anything, but they kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But T1G, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really don't know. I didn't know if you're self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more of, it's kind of cute. That's what I'm saying. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Monica, please. 5 more minutes. We're in the middle of a conversation. Gary exhales from the finishing her... Exhales spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ouch! Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? The main character is a goat. I mean, I say that now, but he could be a weirdo. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up and make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. It's not embarrassing, dude. Everybody's human, everybody's emotions. You don't have to be a perfect poet to put those thoughts and emotions in the words on paper. Just do it. And people that are into literature will recognize it. Sorry for the little tangent. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sarah is in a sprinkled sheet of loose leaf from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Hearing to Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit, Nancy and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching to their bags. I'd do the same myself. Who should I... I'll show Sayori. I'll definitely must go show Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. It's a good poem, T1G. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not writing to it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, T1G. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Sayori? Sayori? It's probably Sayori. I'm sure she sees a full picture of my motive here. Then again, I could deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, The way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kiss my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Alright, cute. Click outside poem to continue. Sari? This is just a guess, but did he wait until the morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess that's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Hanukkah's the best. Oh yeah, but next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I'm gonna show Yuri. What are your thoughts? As Yuri's poem, I noticed her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time, really. Huh? You're suggesting me blanky? Oh, you still at me blanky, then I look at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off on a without excuse. She traces her finger along the words and breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason why I was able to tell. It's just here specifically I can't read. I'm playing a game where it's a visual novel, and it's a whole bunch of words, and it's about literature, and my stupid ass can't read. There's specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers, and have been through that myself, kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing styles separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that was a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? You got a pretty handwriting, but I can't really read cursive. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Very pretty handwriting. I struggle with cursive. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry I have terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Yes, because I can't read cursive. Yeah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think Karen's very pretty. Yes, the main character is me.
That's a relief.
I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easier to adjust, I suppose.
Are you into ghost theory?
Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, T1G.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost.
True. Or a lingering last remaining piece of comfort and it will let go of the past. So it's like, yeah, I get it. To be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, T1G.
Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? After this, I'm gonna save Natsuki. Monica, you're last.
T1G, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home.
What?
Harsh. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in the effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about.
Fine. Well, sorry. It'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid.
I like a handwriting.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
I like the music playing in the back. Very silly.
Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So we won't even take my writing seriously.
But it isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. I also got the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided humor with the last comment. Don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take this away from her.
Alright. So Monica. Hi, T1G? Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, T1G. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? It's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. Great job, T1G. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what that Yuri likes is kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. I think I said that backwards. That's the best way to find this kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Oh, you're nice, Monica. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. But what if I do want to impress them? Anyway, do you want to read the poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Ooh. Oh, okay. Okay. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A nosy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That sounds very meta. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say like I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk to people about these stuff like that, because it's kind of, coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Exactly. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Is that where that comes from? Is that, I swear. I always thought it was like something like about rivers, like go with the flow of the river,
But if it's about writing, I don't know. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way the poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sari and Malheur are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Natsuki, I don't like you. I hope you grow on me as a character, but you are such a goblin. Thanks, but it really doesn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. As if I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and T1G did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And T1G liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Okay. I like the music. Eh? It's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that T1G appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh boy, they are fighting. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? You're that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go my way to make everything I do overly cute. Oh, shit. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew. What the fuck? What the fuck? Natsuki! Natsuki, that was a little... This doesn't involve you. Oh, both of them. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. So then both the girls turned toward me as if they just noticed I was standing there. T1G, she's just trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, T1G. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary or limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right? T1G, well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I'm with, they probably think more highly of me. Help me, Sayori! Tough. I don't want to. Help me, Sayori. Natsuki. Excuse me, trying to my words out of my mouth. Let's I turn Yuri. Your expression defenseless. I can't bring myself to say anything there. Sayori! Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject with their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she is being, she would never. It's your maturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. Just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are you fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same size. I don't like this. No. Sayori sends triumphantly. Maki sends with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits on a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, it's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess it just means Sarah's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good precedent, and regardless of what she says. If only I could get that chance to talk to her a little bit more. Okay, everyone. Just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. T1G, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And the day after. And the day after. And the day after that. And the day after that. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a great job impressing those who I want to impress. I know myself newfound determination. Undertale reference? T1G, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sorry, beams at me. It's been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. That kind of thing happen often? Oh, no. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. You know, T1G, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. Looks like Sarah still hasn't caught on to this kind of situation I am. Sure, being friends with them is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Okay, the main character is a weirdo. We have to see what future holds, Sayori. Pats her on the shoulder. Said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori's internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, I gotta write another poem. I'll save after this. So, I'm gonna like just do my own thing. Passion. Hopeless. Frightening. Ribbon. Depression. Misery. Why are all the like super depressing? That's concerning. Engulfing. Electricity. Existence. Philosophy. Memories. Heartbeat. Embrace. Melody. Inferno. Rain cloud. Entropy. I was kind of just clicking everything. Alright. I'm going to save here. Yes, yes. I hope you guys enjoy. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.